All right, guys. So today's video, we're going to talk about what not to do. So essentially, selling time by the hour is what we don't want to be doing. Okay, that's what we're trying to get away from here, is having to be in a certain location, selling hours of time for money. That is limited because if you even if you try as hard as you possibly can, you're not going to make more money. You're going to make the same amount of money, which, if you're a hardworking person, it's quite difficult because you're constantly motivating yourself to work harder, but nobody's rewarding you for your effort. So, you can keep doing that if you want, but, I'm trying to help you guys get into an environment where if you work harder, you're going to make more money. Okay, now, in the initial stages of this, I want to explain that you guys are going to probably struggle with the idea of putting time and hours in without getting paid. I'm going to give you an example of, for example, me. I spent 2 weeks once looking for a glazier client, and it took me, I was calling glaziers every day for about 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day. And it took me 2 weeks to land the right client. And so, that's 2 weeks of work that I put in. I didn't get paid for that. But, at the end of the 2 weeks, I ended up landing a deal. And that deal is now paying me, what, $4,000 or $5,000 a month. Okay. So I put in 2 weeks work. That was the risk that I took because I believed in what I was doing. And the outcome was that 2 weeks worth of work compounds and pays me every month now, every single month. So, I don't know how long that's going to go on forever, but it could be for 10 years. I've got clients that have been paying me for 10 years. So, hey, if you do the math in your head, would you rather go to work and work for 2 weeks and get paid 2 grand, or would you rather go to work, put in 2 weeks worth of work, maybe don't get paid, maybe even three, but out at the end of it, come out with something that's going to pay you every single month, like clockwork, no matter where you are in the world, and it's not going to take up any of your time. I can guarantee you that the time that the money, sorry, that I made per hour during those 2 weeks, it's in the hundreds of dollars an hour. And the longer that client stays on board, the more money that I'm going to be making for that effort and that time that I put in. So, coming back to the PT, the personal trainer here, for example, he might have 8 hours in a day. If he's selling time for $50 an hour, he's going to make $400 in a day. But the sad thing is, he's got to go to the gym. He's got to sit there and listen to these fat people complain about why they're still fat. All of this nonsense. He could put a fat program together for fat people, and then he could sit with them all for an hour on his laptop every day and do a workout with them. And he just spends 1 hour with all these fat people. He might have 10 fat people. That's $500 in 1 hour that he's now making, and he doesn't need to be in a specific location. So that's thinking smart and not, working smart and not hard. Okay, but anyway, guys, let's move on. I want you to understand that, you're probably selling time for money right now. I'm not giving you a hard time about that. I'm just saying that there are more logical ways to remunerate yourself and give yourself more money by putting in effort into other things that are going to actually remunerate you more. If you're going to put effort into work, that's fine. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm not telling you to quit your job right now. What I'm saying is add this program onto what you're doing. Maybe spend an hour or two every single day making calls, and I can guarantee you before no time, you'll end up making more money out of this than you will be making through your job. And that's when you can quit your job and stop selling time for money. Okay. Anyway, let's move on, guys, and talk about what we're going to be doing, how we're going to be structuring our offer. And yeah, it's getting exciting, guys. So yeah, let's get into it.